Now we are definitely not live on YouTube, dude. Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the foil here at Houston, Mission Control, and we've got Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit. And we're here live every Sunday night.
Don't even ask me what is happening tonight, because I don't know. Welcome to Space Force News, episode number 46. Ooh, are we even live on YouTube, guys?
Yeah, we are, but we're live on
another link.
Another link that looks the same as the last link, right?
Yeah, it's Restream, guys. Restream. The Archons were big mad. They were big mad, and they were coming at me like crazy. What's going on, Joby Cummings, Illinois 89, Greg Herrera, T. Roy Cooks, Michael Perkins, Becky Lou, Cad Spotter, Lucy in the Sky, Frightening Me, Up 3, Dodie Danny, AP, what's going on, you freaking legend? Jonas Sark, Woke One, Mike Honcho. Ooh, and look, I missed something came down right here. Sorry about that rough start, guys. Thank you so much for the ship. And Mike Honcho says, hello, beautiful ladies. Well, that kind of talk will get you everywhere, Mike. Yeah. So here we are, Space Force News number 46. We're going to call this take 2 because, oh, Lord, now the phone's going off. What? Isn't that a really sophisticated ringer?
What kind of ringtone is that?
It's my flip phone. Looking for a space.
You got like some, I don't even know. That wasn't a dubstep. I don't even know what it is you have got.
It's not going like this today. I'm not going to allow it. What's going on, Belushi?
It's done.
I'm glad you're here for the trouble. What's up, Keep True? S.I. Soli, Roma C, Cosmic Origins, what's up? I think I said that. What's going on, Koala? I see you're in the hizzy. What's going on, fam? 311 Hero, Nana Woe. Man, wow, that was an interesting opening. Dude, Restream sucks. And I'm sure everybody heard me say that live, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, they heard you.
Dude, not one of those things said online. Not one of them, but we were live. So I had no choice but to toggle them. Even the chat wasn't populating in, nothing. Like it was just dead on arrival. So sorry guys, but I had no choice. I hope everybody can find the link over on YouTube because it's not the original one. I'm sorry about that, and that sucks because all the links are in there. So
that's all right. It looks like people are here.
Yeah, I think they'll find their way. We got a loyal crowd, that's for sure. Oh look,
Absolutely.
There's Season Pixels. Thanks for your help last night. Much love. Good to see you. Yeah, I had fun. So what was this? Was that yesterday? I guess that was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we went over to, we'll talk about a couple other things real quick. So we went over in the Devolution. I think you say Devolution, or you feel free to correct me, fool, because that's what you normally do.
Yeah, I mean.
Is it Devolution? Is that how you say it?
Devolution.
You haven't even read the document yet. Are you gonna have to go watch it?
I reckon it's Devolution or probably Devolution. I'm sure you could probably say it either way. I know what you're talking about now.
I'm gonna go with what the crowd says.
There you go.
Until I figure out otherwise. Yeah, so Devolution. Anyway, yeah, we had a great stream. Me and Pixels and Drunk Pinata, and I can't remember the other two's name exactly. But anyway, we had a great time breaking down that document line by line, having a discussion, and all of their insights were really good, actually. So anybody that hasn't had a chance to catch that, definitely go and check it out. And what are you laughing at already?
I don't even know, man.
Just me? Just everything about me makes you laugh, or what? I'm just a character? I'm just a cartoon that makes you laugh?
Yep.
This is, you see, guys, this is my problem. It's not me. It's her. It's not me. It's you.
It's all me, bro. It's all me.
What's going on, cult leader? What's going on, J Bell? Wow, all the friends are here tonight. Where'd everybody come from?
Hi, friends.
Hi, Anka Vanka.
Hello.
What's going on, Neo? Good to see you. So, J Bell says it's Devolution. Devolution. Oh, and so while we're on that note, yeah, it was a great conversation. We're gonna do another one this Saturday. What? You gotta stop laughing at me, fool, if you expect me to get through a sentence by myself. So
continue by all means.
So I hear she stepped up her game. She done ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon now. She's got a bunch of trolling material on her way for me. So this show's about to get real crunk. You just wait and see.
About to be lit.
It's about to be lit in here. I'm gonna order some more too. I'm gonna up my game and get some sound effects put in too. I'm gonna get me a little thing like Scott has. I'm telling you guys, I've been studying my streaming and taking classes, and I figured out some stuff. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I figured out some stuff. And I know how to up my OBS game now, so that's what I'm going to be working on. Lots of fun. Brad Cat says, you both make me laugh. I hope so, because, you know, we try. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm completely distracted, Foil, from my routine, we know we can't do that to me, because I get distracted.
What left?
Should we start with some comedy? She wants me to play this video, and I said, that is totally inappropriate.
Blame me.
I said, Foil, do you realize there are children that watch this show? And she said, just play it. It's really funny. So I'm going to play it, guys. And you tell me how you feel about me playing this. I love how you try to, you know what you thought of this video. This shit is funny, yeah. And I just said shit. But.
Well, you said the F word earlier. I mean, I don't know what you're crying about now.
All right. Let's play the, you know what, should we play this first? Okay, we're going to do this. We're doing this. I guess we're doing it. Oh, we're doing it. Wait, give me 1 second. The commander's flustered. All right.
Right.
Here we go. All right, here we go. It's funny.
It is funny.
Hold on. Hold on, let me start it over. Wait, they can't hear it. They can't hear it. Man, I'm messing everything up today. Hold on. We gotta start it over. You gotta start it over.
Okay.
Hold on. What is going on here? Oh, the Archons are after me hard today. Like, super hard. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to start this over. I know you guys couldn't hear it, so you don't need to all check me at once and tell me you couldn't hear it, because I know. All right, hold on. So, that's good they couldn't hear it, because now it's going to be a surprise, Foil. It's going to be a complete surprise. Here we go.
That is important.
All right, here we go.
Life advice here, guys.
Be yourself, eat mushrooms, and fuck a lot.
What's more important of all those three things?
Mushrooms, because the mushrooms are alien and it'll teach you everything that you need to know, because human beings are pieces of shit and we don't know anything. I met Buddha one time and I was eating like 7 grams. Oh my daughter, nigga, I went and I flew through this thing and I seen like hella fucking famous ass OG fucking people like Plato, Socrates. I seen them all and they were like all congratulating me for coming through this like goofy ass little tunnel thing, you know what I mean? Everybody was there, you know what I mean? I met Buddha and like Shiva and a bunch of other little cool ass fucking fools. They were giant too, like giant.
Talk to them?
Yeah, I talked to them.
Oh. I can whoop. Everything's going wrong.
Arg.
Hey, I can relate to that dude though. You know why? I could totally relate to that dude, because it's like, that's like some stuff that's happened to me. So it's like, I'm like, how do you even talk to people? You can't tell them. What do you're gonna sound crazy.
Yeah, did you get congratulated for flying through that goofy ass little tube thing?
Flying through the goofy ass tunnel? No, but I was talking to trees. We all know that. I was talking to trees. I was talking to the sun. The sun told me its name. Legit.
What was its name?
I'm not going to tell everybody. I'm not telling you guys what the sun told me its name was. It was a surprise, though.
Should I tell them?
Don't tell them what the sun's name is. Shut up, Paul. You know why I'm so goofy? I've turned my studio into like a legit, like it's got like a workout. I got my yoga mat. I got all this. I've been just working out in here. I'm all sore. And you know how you get stupid when you're sore? I've turned it into like a really awesome prison workout cell thing. It's pretty cool now. You should see
prison workout cell thing?
Yeah, prison workout
Sounds
cell
awesome.
thing. It's an upgraded one. All right, guys. We got to focus here. Hi, Mom. Good to see ya.
Great timing.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Great timing.
And by the way, don't do drugs. All right. Foil. Why does this everything today? It wasn't just one, it was everything. You know what I mean? But we are going to do the news now, I promise, guys. No more laughing at me. All right. University signs with Space Force Leatherneck program for future guard. Stop smirking, future guardians. U.S. military versus Space Force. Breathe and release.
Mm-hmm.
Starship. It is a shack. Those are pretty slick. Speaking of weed and mushrooms, Starship
weed, Laura.
Starship stack spells 420. Hyperbola 1. I didn't plan that. That was the divine, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Bioweapons violations. China threatens U.S. Safe haven to Hong Kong. Mercer Street tanker attack. Synthetic neurons. Antimatter out of light. Microplastics health effects. Google creates time crystals. Yay, they made our time crystals.
I'm so glad
We've been
Google's on top of it. Right? I feel so much better now.
Oh my God. DeepMind virtual playground. Graphene technology, which... well, hold on. I'll elaborate on that. Minnesota's UFO sightings. Senator urges more UFO study. Yeah, so the graphene, a lot of...
Method says this is fine.
Shut up.
This is fine.
I try to ignore him. You can't point it out. Okay, so where was I? Graphene. Okay, so graphene. So we've decided we're gonna go on Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m., which is my old Pink Patriot Hour time slot for anybody that watched that or remembers that. So yeah,
9:30 p.m. Eastern.
9:30 p.m. Eastern. We are gonna go on and do a live dig, only on Foxhole and Rockfin. And we're going to go into AI, we're going to go into programmable matter, we're going to go into smart dust, and we're going to talk about all the graphene stuff we can't talk about right now on YouTube. So we're going to be going into some of that. It is in the news today, but we're not going to be going into the really good stuff. We're going to be doing that on Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. What was it?
That's right.
Pacific? That's right. I'm okay. Just stop trolling me, guys, and I'll be fine. I don't even think I covered all the titles. It doesn't really even matter.
It will never happen.
And we're, what, 16 minutes in? All right, let's go ahead and start the news then on that note. Rough. I didn't even play the bumper. Did you see that?
Just bring up the Mushroom Man again. It's fine. This is
Just
fine.
play that again. Mom, aren't you proud? I bet you're so proud of me tonight. I bet she's so proud of me tonight. All right, so...
Space Force.
You know what's the funniest part about it? Is I bet you they totally think we're high most of the time, and we're totally
listen,
not. That's
bruh.
what's so funny.
They
totally
already
sober.
think.
We're totally sober. All right, so... And you guys, Method, since he's here and trolling me, you guys should go check out he's doing a new podcast over on SoundCloud. It's over on SoundCloud right now, but I'm sure he will have it everywhere pretty soon. But right now you can only find it on SoundCloud. Let me go pull it and I'll put it in the link. But he's doing a podcast with I Find It called, I think I'm lost or I should be lost. Do you want to correct me, cult leader?
He's just worried about not getting high on graphene.
But I'm going to drop the link. You guys should go and check it out. It's awesome. I think it's super good. I got through like most of it before the show. And yeah, it's awesome. So go check it out. It's going to be up, I think, every Sunday at, I'm not sure what time. Was that a good answer? Was that acceptable? It's going to be on Sundays
promo.
at I'm not sure what time. But maybe the cult leader can let you guys know what time that is.
Frightening me, I was singing that. Do you know the mushroom man, the mushroom man? See, I wasn't the only one that thought
Please
that.
stop with the mushrooms. Why did we have to play that, Foil? She's a bad influence. She sent it to me. I was like, we're not playing that on the news show. She's like, yes, we are.
Oh, no,
It's
that's
funny.
not what you said. We should play that, but we can't. I said, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That's like I said, you're a bad influence. See, Mom, I try to be responsible and then it's all downhill because I hang out with her. What's going on, Keystone? Ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been?
Hey, fam.
You came on the right night. Let me tell you, it's been a complete shit show from the very beginning tonight. Okay, where are we? All right, let's focus. Well, we're gonna focus in. You ready?
I'm focused.
5 pressing questions about the U.S. Space Force. No opening comments.
Go.
My flip phone ringer went off.
I still want to know what that ringtone was. That was horrible.
Wow, it is horrible, but it doesn't go off very often. I usually ignore it when it does anyways, so. All right, where was I? All right, so on December 20th, 2019, with a presidential pen swipe, the United States Space Force was made official, and the military welcomed its first new branch since the air. We got room tonight because we don't have space weather tonight, so we got room for silliness.
There's always room for silliness. What do you mean?
And the military welcomed its first new branch since the Air Force was established more than 7 decades ago. It's small in size, currently just over 5,000 uniformed members or guardians, but weighty in its purpose of protecting American interests and its allies in their day-to-day actions in space. And we're not just talking about outer space. The front of where the Guardians operate is just 100 kilometers above us, around every point on Earth, says Chief Master Sergeant John, I can't pronounce it, Senior Enlisted Leader for Space Operations Command at Peterson Air Force Base. So, the impetus for the warfighting element, we have potential adversaries and competitors. Yes, I'm reading a part that is not highlighted, people, and I know that I am. I fully know that I am. My mom really just said this. My mom just said, it's good news. Mushrooms are high in vitamin D. Well, there you have it, guys. Your mother has spoken. My mother co-signs taking mushrooms. So, apparently, I mean, I guess you learn something new every day. I didn't know that. It is now becoming, talking about space that is becoming more contested, congested, and in some cases, a very hostile domain. Why is Space Force needed right? Yeah, thank you. I needed that sound effect. It wasn't complete without that. Other potentially hostile global powers have begun to set their space game. Over the last 10 to 15 years, Lieutenant Colonel Wester says, we have seen both Russia and China bringing on new capabilities. They are aggressive in nature and are displaying them to the United States openly. This is relevant to all of us because nearly everything in our daily existence relies on some space functionality. Electric power grids, weather satellites, GPS constellations, watching television, or a major gas pipeline, for example. In fact, some predictions have the global space economy reaching 1 trillion within 2 decades. Beyond that, modern warfare. I do fine on other shows. What is it about this show? Like on Pixels, I was reading like a champ. I was good. No problems. I get on this show and it's just over with. Is it you? It's your energy, Foil. It's something gets me drunk and I can't function. I don't know what it is. All right. Where was I? All right. In fact, some predictions have the global space economy reaching 1 trillion within 2 decades. Beyond that, modern warfare is also fought with weapons that rely on space effects, and future wars may begin in or extend to the space domain. It is. It's you. I figured it out. It's you. It's because you're sitting here and I can read your mind. That's what it is. So I constantly laugh because what goes on in your mind is a complete shit show. That's why. I hope there's no children here tonight because this is all downhill tonight. The whole no cussing rule, that's gone. All right. How is the Space Force different from and similar to NASA? Space Force officials emphasize their 2 separate missions. NASA is about exploring the solar system and exploring the Earth and doing other scientific investigations. What do we think about that, Foil? You're not even listening. Are you at least watching the chat?
I'm stuck on the Schumann resonance.
The somebody said the Schumann resonance. Who said that? That's funny.
I thought it was good.
You were trying not to. You were laughing at them and trying not to make me laugh. Hi, I find it. Good job on y'all's podcast. It was very entertaining listening to you two country boys. So everybody go and check out their podcast. All right. So yeah, where was I? Oh my God. Interestingly, while NASA does currently exist solely for scientific and exploration pursuits, it's hot in here. This wasn't always the case. NASA's 1958 founding was directly tied to national defense, with space exploration emerging as a stand-in for the hot war with Russia. They want it to go downhill. They're going to continue to make you laugh because they want it to go completely sideways tonight. Because it already has from the very start. So why not just keep it going? But I have to do the news, you guys. I take my job extremely seriously. I do. I told Foil tonight, I was like, I can't wear a wife beater, Foil. It's 120 degrees here. I was like, but I can't do that. She's like, yeah, you can. It's a YouTube channel. Well, it's more than, but I get her point. She's like, yeah, you can do what you want. And I was like, oh, I can? All right.
I do what I want.
Then I'm wearing
right.
a
You're asking the wrong person, dude.
Because it's hot in here. The inspector doesn't let me turn the AC up past like 80. It's true.
It's a horrible
all
story.
These lights baking on me. Like, this is terrible. Ask my mom. She'll tell you. It's very stressful for me to wear a long sleeve shirt or any kind of clothes in here because it's like, it literally is like a sauna in here. I'm so uncomfortable the whole time. I don't know why, I'm just confessing that to you guys. So, if I come on here.
Your mind is super open today.
I'm totally sober. That's what's funny. All right, NASA and the Space Force. Back to the Space Force, guys. Back to the Space Force. NASA and the Space Force also there's really interesting stuff in... Foil, just stop looking at the chat. Just don't look at them tonight.
Force.
Look at me.
Okay.
Don't
all right.
look at the chat.
I'm done.
Is it good out there? Should I look or what?
Oh, they're just cracking me up. That's all.
They're funny sometimes. They're funnier than us.
Yes,
We're not
the
that
chats
funny,
are
but they're not that funny, but
best.
they're funny. You know what I mean? That's what gets me going half the time is them. Yeah, but Jazzbar, we go a little overboard with the comedy sometimes. Like, sometimes we lose all control. Like, look, we're 24 minutes into the show, and I haven't even gone through the first article. I'm talking about wife beaters and mushrooms. My mom's talking about vitamin D and mushrooms.
Man.
Is that what happened when I was conceived, Mom? Did you take mushrooms?
That would explain a lot.
Those Christian communes, boy. In the 60s, they're lit.
Shroom
or was it
Force.
70s? Was that more the 70s or the 60s?
Alara.
I was born in the 70s. Why did I say 60s? I don't know. We don't know.
Don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
Foil, where'd your camera go?
Oh, no. Don't tell me. Bruh. Like, what is happening?
Thank you, Jen Seppi, for the shades.
Oh, my goodness.
Where did your camera go, bro?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, man. I'm trying
Dude,
to
they're
figure it out.
messing with us.
I swear to God. Like, I don't understand. My whole toaster just locked up. That's all right.
Am I going to have to do the whole show without you now? Are you just going to disappear? Are you still there?
Well, I don't know. Apparently,
McFly.
audio's coming through. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you, friend.
That sounds like a personal problem.
All right, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going with you're here, they're gone. At least I don't have to look at you laughing at me anymore.
Give me a minute.
I don't know
fix it.
what I'm going to do when I get to defense, but NASA and the Space Force also intersect when it comes to certain technologies, specifically those that have to do with propulsion, human spaceflight, and space protection. In fact, late last year, the two signed a memorandum of understanding to facilitate collaboration and the sharing of research. That requires a workforce that knows satellites and how to design them, code them, and repair them. Some Guardians are responsible for sending these satellites to space and keeping them there in orbit. So engineers, rocket scientists, and chemists who can contain controlled explosions are currently being recruited. It is already bustling with broad initiatives and day-to-day operations. Ground-based radar sensors, missile warning defense systems, and a slew of satellites and need monitoring for one. American commercial assets like those satellites and communication systems put up by SpaceX are U.S. flagged spacecrafts and therefore in need of protection by the U.S. Space Force on a regular basis as well. Later this summer, the Space Force will stand up Space Systems Command at Los Angeles Air Force Base in California, which will take over launch responsibilities at both Patrick Space Force Base in Florida and Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. They are also set to stand up Space Training and Readiness Command in Colorado, which will be responsible for setting up combat-ready space forces. You still with us, Foil? Just checking in. Just checking. Foil? Loyal to the foil. Why don't you restart your computer, homie? Why don't you leave the meeting and come back and restart it? This is crazy. What a shit show. Foil, I don't know what's happening with Foil. So we may have lost Foil, guys. If we lost Foil. Foil's gone. There goes Foil. Okay. Also, in the not so distant future, I feel really alone. Also, in the not so distant future, asteroid mining, something that various commercial entities, not only ones in America, have their eye on. There are civilian corporations in the United States, China, and Russia that are all looking to get to cislunar, between the Earth and the Moon, to start looking at mining. There are significant minerals in some of those areas on asteroids that are highly valuable. This means it will be up to the Space Force to protect American commercial entities as they embark on this new frontier. And then there's America's planned return to the Moon in 2024. While that's a NASA mission, the Space Force will be involved too. When Americans blast off for the Moon, and perhaps only a few years later to Mars, it will be the Space Force's mission to support the launch, spaceflight safety, and the return of the NASA astronauts. I'm just going to stay on this screen because I don't know what to do. I think she's restarting, guys. I hope she's restarting because this is, she doesn't come back. I don't know. Hopefully she'll come back. I mean, and if she doesn't, I'm just going to, there she is. Look at that. Look at that. Welcome back. It's great to have you back. I still just barely finished the first article, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it threw me when you disappeared and stuff. I got upset, you know. I didn't know what to do. I kind of had a panic attack. I didn't know what was going to happen next.
It's all right. You know I'm coming back. I'm coming back. It's all right. Hopefully the Archons can stop the shenanigans now.
UND to become first university in the nation to sign partnership agreement with the U.S. Space Force. UND is set to become the first might want to show them the article. UND is set to become the first university to partner with the U.S. Space Force, so the agency's university partnership program. UND administration and Space Force officials will sign a memorandum of understanding on Monday, August 9th, that will mark the beginning of an official relationship. The partnership is meant to harness educational and research capabilities of top universities, address workforce development skills for those working in or wishing to work in the space sector. The University of North Dakota has a great track record in terms of supporting research and education in space-related fields. The partnership with the Space Force is expected to bring research opportunities beyond aerospace sciences. The College of Engineering and Mines, Space Studies, the College of Arts and Sciences will also be involved in the partnership program.
Clintons did not get me, guys. I'm all right.
Holy hell. All right.
Right.
All right. Space Force and USAFA adapting Naval Academy's Leatherneck program for future Guardians. The Space Force is turning to the Marine Corps and NASA for its newest edition. You missed all the good NASA stuff in the first article. Like, there was some excellent trolling opportunities, but they passed them by because the Archons had you leveled out.
They did.
Yeah.
They snatched me for a second, but I'm back.
The Space Force is turning to the Marine Corps and NASA for its newest idea in officer recruitment. The fledgling service is creating a program to determine which cadets are the best fit to join the Space Force after graduating from the U.S. Air Force Academy. That initiative, named Azimuth, interesting, is based on the 4-week Leatherneck program used at the U.S. Naval Academy to vet for Marines' leadership, physical fitness, and military skills. It will also resemble the physical and mental evaluations that NASA uses for potential astronaut candidates. Azimuth could run over the summer between a cadet sophomore and junior years at the USAFA as part of a broader Space Force. Ideally, you could see cadets who want to do Space Force to be able to spend 3 weeks doing Ops Space Force, another 3 weeks doing Azimuth. I'm going to have to dig into this some more. That is going to fine-tune and help us determine who those candidates should be that we would then select for the Space Force. The Colorado Springs-based academy offers one of 3 routes to becoming an officer in the Air Force or Space Force, alongside Officer Training School at Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama, and the Reserve Officers Training Corps. The U.S. military versus U.S. Space Force. What happened to that huge trademark dispute? What is it now?
You glitched for a minute.
The U.S. military and the Netflix series settled into a trademark war for the name Space Force. However, it seems one side has emerged victorious. And wouldn't you know, it's them. Netflix.
Of course.
Did you see Obama's satanic birthday party?
Man.
Did you see it?
Not a mask in sight.
The Satanists were partying it up, dude. They were having a good old time. There are less than 7,000 people in the Space Force. They operate 77 crafts, working with the Global Positioning System and military satellite constellation, space planes, missile warning systems, and networks for space surveillance and satellite control. The show and the actual military branch have been in conflict over which can trademark the name Space Force, but the show seems to be winning. In the United States, 2 separate entities may have the same name and be allowed and extended the protection of the law, provided they exist in separate industries and spheres. However, the issue becomes more complicated if both properties try to produce merchandise, therefore existing in the same industry. The United States trademark law grants ownership of a first-to-use basis instead of first-to-file. That means that even though the military branch filed an intent-to-use application in March 2019, trademark ownership goes to the TV show for producing merchandise first. I need water.
Imagine that.
They're still talking about shrooms.
Imagine that.
Is that why you wanted me to play that video at the beginning? You knew that this would turn into, you know? And then on top of everything else, you knew it. You like to start trouble. We're both like that.
No,
actually.
not me. Not me at all.
Representatives from the Space Force seem unconcerned about the issue, saying, "At this time, we are not aware of any trademark conflicts with the fictional program Space Force produced by Netflix. We wish Netflix and the show's producers the best in their creative depiction of our nation's newest branch of the military." Well, that was a really nice statement. I'm never that nice about it. It used to drive me crazy when I'd be looking for articles and all they want to show me is, oh, no, not again.
Oh, what is going on? Bruh. I might have to shut everything down and come back on this time.
Go ahead.
I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yep.
Let me try. Good luck. You got this. You got this.
I'm thinking based on how quickly you get back, I don't know what I'm going to do here. We don't know what's going to happen tonight, guys, but something's going to happen here. Go ahead. Restart the toaster. You need to go buy that computer, fool. I don't know what's really going on.
I know. Yes, I'm aware. I know.
It's not like you don't have money to go get it.
I know.
Make it happen.
I'm making it happen.
Are you going to shut the computer now or are you going to
I'm
stall?
trying to get out of this freaking Zoom meeting. All right. Hold on. Go ahead. You go ahead. Keep reading. You got this.
Space Force has already released official merchandise through sellers like Kohl's and Hot Topic. Other independent sellers like Ecstasy, Red Trouble, TeePublic also offers Space Force items. Save a specific military brand, Military Republic. Most merchandise with the Military Space Force logo or affiliations seem to be made by independent sellers, which indicates that Netflix seems to have come out on top. So there you have it. There's that. I don't even think I can switch to the other one because it won't even show up. So that doesn't even mean I can. Let's see what happens if I do it. Why not? Just find out. Alara. Yep. Okay, that works. Cool. It's not nearly as entertaining when it's just me, huh, guys? When I don't have foil here, all downhill from there. The King of Mars. All right, so Elon Musk says the sun can power all of civilization. Of course, he's right. In a tweet yesterday, Elon Musk suggested we could all pay a little more tribute to the powerful orb that keeps our planet alive. Who spoke to me once. Musk said the sun, that free fusion reactor in the sky, can power all of civilization. Oh boy. The sun, how appropriate. The sun is a naturally occurring fusion reactor that cranks out an unfathomable amount of energy. Earth, which is protected by a thick but livable atmosphere, enabled our own internal energy source. The spinning dynamo of our molten iron core is the only inner planet with adequate protection from the sun. Mercury and Mars have both been totally blasted by cosmic radiation, even though Mars is much farther than Earth. Venus, wrapped in the atmosphere equivalent of a fiberglass insulation roll, is like a parked black car on a hot summer day. How much energy really comes out of the solar system's life-giving nuclear fusion reactor? 385 yoda-watts? What's a yoda-watt? 385 yoda-watts, or about 3.85 times 10 to the 26th power. Of that, about 2/3 strike the Earth after a 92 million mile journey. That means any discussion of the sun's power must also include a reverent moment for our atmosphere, because we don't all cook when we stand every second of every day. As with Musk's early investment in mainstream electric cars, he's now made some pivotal, large investments in solar industry to pair with Tesla battery storage. Musk's comment about the sun was prompted by a fan who shared the recent news that project cost of solar energy is now the cheapest energy source in history. Imagine a near future where Musk's love of space and solar combines into a solar array and lower Earth orbit. For example, the way many satellites are already powered by solar panels. She's just gone. Look at that. What a night. Wow. All right. I'm going to try to keep this going, guys, as best I can without foil. So let's talk about rockets, shall we? SpaceX Starship stacking produces the tallest rocket ever built. Earlier today, engineers of SpaceX ever so carefully placed a Starship second stage rocket atop a heavy booster, resulting in the tallest rocket ever built, albeit a rocket that has yet to leave Earth's surface. At 394 feet tall, the newly constructed Starship system is taller than NASA's Apollo-era Saturn V rocket, 362.9 feet, and also NASA's upcoming SLS rocket when stacked in the Block 2 cargo configuration. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk proudly displayed images of the impressive structure on Twitter, describing it as Starship fully stacked. Look at that. That rocket is huge. Like, I don't even know how this is going to work. I'm just being real. This rocket is, look at this thing. SpaceX still needs to conduct ground tests of the system, including fueling, pressurization, and static firing. And then there's the pesky environmental review currently being prepared by the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, which, until the results are known, means the entire project is in a state of limbo. Look at the size of this rocket, guys. Like, it's huge. It just blows my mind. The thing is huge. Here's like a comparison chart right here. I mean, look at it. It's gigantic. Do they have one of the old ones on there? No. They got a Saturn V on there. Well, I guess it's not that much bigger than a Saturn V. Falcon Heavy. I mean, I guess it's not. It just seems like it's monstrous. The eventual plan is to have both components perform autonomous vertical landings. SpaceX finally managed to land a Starship prototype on May 5th, 2021. After several failed attempts to do so, but those were subordinal tests. Starship will need to survive speeds reaching Mach 25 and the associated heat during orbital reentry and then perform a landing. The Super Heavy is designed to land on 6 legs, but SpaceX is moving ahead with an alternate scheme to catch the booster at the OLS tower. SpaceX envisions Starship as a reusable system for transporting passengers and cargo to Earth orbit, the Moon, and Mars. SpaceX is currently under contract with NASA, for which they plan to demonstrate a modified crew-rated Starship vehicle for use during the upcoming Artemis lunar landings. Am I doing okay, guys? All by my lonesome? All by myself. Don't want to be. All right. Elon Musk says that it's a total coincidence that Starship stack spells 420. SpaceX Super Heavy Booster 4 and Starship prototype Ship 20 and have finally been stacked on top of each other to form a gigantic stainless steel skyscraper of rocket engines and fuel, setting the stage for the space company's first orbital test flight. And if you're paying particularly close attention, those two numbers, when put together as 420, a number significant to marijuana enthusiasts, what a night, are of peculiar significance to SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Musk infamously declared his love for the number when he joked, but not really, that he'd take Tesla private at a share price of 420 on Twitter back in 2018. But now Musk is claiming that Booster 4 and Ship 20 formed the weed number wasn't actually part of the plan, despite his penchant for silly jokes. You know it was part of the plan, Elon. Don't even lie. You're such a troll. The dude is such a massive troll. All right, where was I? Chinese SpaceX competitor watches its rocket fail for the second time. iSpace recently conducted a launch of its Hyperbola 1 rocket, but unfortunately the launch ended up being a complete failure. iSpace 1 is a private space exploration company based in Beijing. Based in Beijing, and is often seen as a competitor to the private entities like SpaceX and Blue Origin. For iSpace 1, however, getting to the point has been an uphill battle. One of the flagship rockets for the company is Hyperbola. Hyperbola 1's first launch in July 2019 was a success, but when iSpace tried launching an upgraded version in February of 2021, the mission failed. Hyperbola 1 lost control, and almost immediately after liftoff, iSpace chalking it up to foam installation that got stuck in its grid fins. iSpace held its third launch for Hyperbola 1 on August 3rd with hopes of turning things around. Unfortunately for the company, it ended up being another failure. The failed launch was officially confirmed by Chinese news network Xinhua, I don't know how to say that, and further reported on by NASA's spaceflight. What's this? There is no hyperbola, only parabola. How clever.
Go to the way, so.
This is very interesting. All right, so another failed launch certainly doesn't mean it's the end of iSpace, but it does put pressure on the company to lighten things up and ensure its next launch goes according to plan. And unlike this whole show, according to plan. All right, now we're moving on to defense, guys, and Foil's not here, and that's completely her section. So I don't have little highlighted articles for defense. I don't know what to do. I don't know where Foil is. I don't know what I should do. So I'm just going to hang out with you guys for a minute. How about that? And let's just hope that Foil makes it back in. I hear you. Oh, you're out. Thanks, Foil. Almost back in? All right, she's coming. She'll be here in just a minute, guys. I can't cover defense. That's got to be Foil that does that. How's everybody doing tonight? Did everybody catch Red Pill show with Patel Patriot? Was it good? I wasn't able to watch it. I'm going to have to catch it later. But, yeah. Wow, what a night. No, she just had to restart her computer. I don't know what's going on. This has been, the whole night's been like this. For anybody that was here at the beginning, I'm sure you saw it. Like, nothing went up, nothing will work in Restream. Like, it's been like this ever since the show started. It's been crazy. So, who knows what's going to happen next? You never know. Thanks, Woke One. I love that. It's hilarious. Play the Puffin song. When in doubt, play the Puffin song. And Foil's back. And Foil's back to save the day. See what happens. Thank you, Be the Light, for the EMP. Boom, baby. And EMP to get foil beamed back to Earth. Love you both. I donate on behalf of all my Foxhole family. Thank you so much for the EMP. Be the Light.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
So sweet.
Much love, right?
The EMP
man,
loves.
that was.
I couldn't look at the comments a minute ago, but Loco Breeze says you're doing great. Relax. You're with family.
Yeah.
See, this is why I love the Foxhole. So for those of you that don't have a pill.net account and don't watch shows on the Foxhole, you really should do that, because the people on the Foxhole are absolutely the greatest. Neo, new word, alarable. When you look as adorable as Alara.
Adorable.
Adorable?
Alarable.
Alarable.
No,
it's not adorable. It's alarable. Alarable. When you're as adorable as Alara. Yeah. Neo,
I like it.
Fam, Foil will be on Morning Rocks with me this week talking about miracles once she checks her DMs. Oh, I didn't know that. That's great.
I love it.
Yes, your EMP worked to be the night. Be the night. I almost said be the night. I'm so emo lately. Yeah. So
all right.
She said it worked, and you're back. All right, we can move to defense now that you're here, Foil. And if this happens again, you're fired.
Can't fire me.
Whew, I'm off the hot seat. This is great.
Right?
Yeah.
You got this.
Hit it, Foil.
You did great.
Thanks. I tried.
Right.
I wasn't great, but I tried. Yeah.
No, I mean, for total shenanigans and ruckus occurring, you did fantastic. I'm proud of you.
It all started with the mushroom video. We should have never done that. We jinxed ourselves. But it didn't go up before that. The show didn't go up. Nothing went right. So, Sean Joe, thank you so much for the cookie. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks. Right now, mind you, I can't see any of these chats now. I'm scared to click anything.
Don't look at them, because they're just we don't need you to start laughing now. We don't need that to happen. And let me thank a couple of super chats from last show real quick before you start.
Go ahead, right?
Christina
and
Love.
Deep Stank, I am not demoted to sidekick, sir. I assume you're sir. Okay, go ahead. Christina Love, we love you.
So for those that are new to this show, it's not normally this kind of crazy insanity and ruckus. They're like, don't lie. Yes, it is. No, not like this. Normally, it's not quite like this, though. Proud Patriot, Proud Patriot and Callie, thank you so much for the can. So, yeah, Christina Love, Coys, Patriot 714, Deplorable Thora, LA Addicts, Mark 222, Sol Rico, Stevie 62. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Really appreciate it. And if there's any gold pills that I missed because I was wherever I was just now, channeling the sun, I apologize for that. Thank you,
I'm going to tell him its
cookie.
name one day.
Foil for the last. No, don't tell them the sun's name. Stop. It's not my fault the sun told me its name. I was just as shocked about it as anybody else.
It is kind of shocking.
I was like, what? And even its name, I was like, your name is what? I couldn't believe that. I expected it to be some kind of cool, like, not just a regular name. But the interesting thing about that is, when I actually started to dig on that name, I found stuff. I think there might be sense. I think the sun was telling me the truth.
Are you sure? Right. I don't know.
Belushi Cookie, I have one word. Bullshit. What does he call him bullshit on? That I channeled the sun? I did channel the sun. I used to be able to talk to all of creation. Not anymore, though. It's kind of a buzzkill. But yeah, and the sun told me its name.
Something killed your buzz? What?
Pretty much. Technology.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happens.
I can't talk to the sun anymore. Wait, Belushi gave me another cookie and said, gave us another cookie. And said the sun told me about your show. Take it away, Foil.
All right. Yeah, here, this will dampen the mood a bit for people. Black pill of the week. So bioweapons
Good
research.
Looking out, sun god. Thank you.
Right, look at that.
Yeah.
Bioweapons research is banned by international treaty, but there's a catch, of course. I don't know if most of you are familiar. In 1972, over 180 countries eventually agreed to what was called the Biological Weapons Convention. And I mean, as we see, progress with gene splicing and bioengineering of pathogens, as we've all come to see in the past year and a half, there needs to be an effective way of researching and monitoring and knowing about countries that are working on biological weapons. And what's crazy is, even though this 1972 Biological Weapons Convention was passed and 180 countries agreed to it, these countries, some of the countries, refused to agree if there was any provision for monitoring. Okay, and we know for a fact that there have been multiple countries that have pursued bioweapons research and stockpiling in violation of the agreement that they signed, which is no surprise. I mean, honest to God, which is no surprise. I mean, this is something that was originally proposed by the British in '68. And like I said, the USSR at the time would only sign on to the convention if there was no monitoring provision. So they went ahead and agreed to this. In the meantime, I mean, we find out in '92 when Boris Yeltsin revealed that the Soviets themselves obviously had a massive biological weapons program, and that they were stockpiling a number of dangerous naturally occurring viruses, including anthrax and smallpox and the plague, right? Didn't we see recently,
we got squirrels
like in
with
Tahoe,
the plague?
Yeah, right. In Tahoe, they had to shut stuff down, squirrels carrying the plague. So they were stockpiling that. That came to light in '92. We know that the Iraqis, after the first Persian Gulf War, we found out that they had anthrax and botulinum toxin, and that they had loaded them into aerial bombs and missile warheads. There was all kinds of shenanigans going on there. I mean, they found the same kind of thing in South Africa. They've got suspicions about North Korea, Iran, Libya, Syria. So obviously the United States has been pushing for these countries to agree on some way to allow for international monitoring. As of now, there is none, right? So the guy that wrote this article actually worked for the Clinton administration and the Obama administration in trying to work with these other countries to find a way to monitor these pathogens. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, most of the places that are equipped to produce biological weapons are also like vaccine manufacturers, right? Pharmaceutical companies. So, with the scare that people would come in and release their research or their patented information, they don't want to let anybody in. So we are still kind of at a crossroads with this. This is obviously coming back to attention now. Go ahead.
Weaponized Truth dropped a cookie and said, Yoda, Watt, green energy, don't tell the Democrats. I'm not fully understanding what that meant, but thank you for the cookie, Weaponized Truth.
Right.
And
Thanks,
Belushi came with the cookie and says, that the show doesn't go like this. Again, you got to speak English, Belushi. I don't know. That the show doesn't go like this. Or is that I? If it's I as in I, it should be AYE, correct?
Yeah, like I.
Yeah, like
yes.
The show, right? Is that if
I
you
don't
got to
know.
put AYE?
It's Belushi. We never can tell.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right.
Right.
But if you have any,
guys,
but hold on, one more. If you have any complaints about our show today, how everything's gone, the technical issues,
absolutely.
anything of that nature,
anything,
you can email that to belushi1@protonmail.com. Yeah, he will be happy to take.
He does.
Yeah, he does a great job. PJ Zwiernick coming on with the can. Love you girls. Don't know how I found you, but I'm glad I did. Well, thank you, PJ.
We're glad you did too.
We don't know how we found us either, but we're glad we did. So
we don't know how we found us either. Yeah.
Yeah. Joan of Arc says the sun's name is Lucy. Lucy in the sky with diamonds, and quote stars. Is that your guess? Final answer? Would you like to phone a friend? The sun's name is not. Well, the sun told me that its name. It didn't tell me its name was Lucy. So, but
right.
You guys want to take? We're gonna do that one day. We'll take guesses. You guys can try to guess what the sun's name is. Yeah, the sun told me its name.
I'm kind of digging it. I feel like it could be legit.
It was crazy. It was wild. I didn't expect for that. I was on a vibe. I'm telling you, dude. I've come all the way down from the level I was on. I was on another level. That's why I got 1 foot in 5D. That's not a joke. Truthfully, not a joke. Okay, Foil, take it away. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Long story short, we do have a biological weapons convention, although there's no way to monitor anybody. And obviously, the point of the article is that we think, as if there's a question, that China is on some bull, and there's really no way for us to check. Turns out it's much harder to detect biological weapons than like, nuclear weapon production or production for the material, or even chemical weapons. Yeah, because it's so easily hidden within, manufacturing facilities and stuff that are already producing things that we need. They could have like little sub facilities making weapons while they're producing vaccines.
There's got to be a way, Foil. They're just not telling us about it.
Man, come on now.
Come on
they
now.
know.
Let's be real.
Come on, man. They know.
We got spaceships
like
that can phase in and phase out. They can do anything they want. I'm really at this point likely to believe they can do pretty much any. You know what I think? I think they manipulate the timelines literally with technology.
Bruh, we're gonna kind of touch on that here in a minute.
I mean, straight up, like there's very little about our current illusion that's actually real, or that even we control. I mean, we do to some extent because of our mass consciousness. You know what I mean? But they manipulate our consciousness, and if you manipulate the mass consciousness, you can alter the timelines. You can alter everything.
Don't drink fluoridated water.
AP thinks that the sun's name is Sunny. Did you ask the sun, AP? Have you asked the sun what its name is? I challenge you to ask the sun what its name is and see what it tells you. In fact, why doesn't everybody do that? That's your Alara challenge for the week. Go meditate, ask the sun what its name is, and see what you get. I don't know. Maybe I'll, I don't know. That's your challenge for the week there. You go ask the sun what its name is in meditation and see what the sun tells you. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
From channeling the sun to China threatens U.S. after Biden approves his first U.S. arms sale to Taiwan.
Oh, yeah. They're big mad about this. So Biden, President Biden there, did approve the first arms sale to Taiwan. They're sending like 40 new mobile artillery vehicles for the island. Of course, China was pissed. They threatened countermeasures against the United States. You can see, I mean, they literally tweeted out, Taiwan is an inalienable part of the Chinese territory. U.S. arms sales to Taiwan severely violates the One China principle and the 3 China-U.S. joint communiques. China will take legitimate and necessary countermeasures in light of the development of the situation. And we've talked on this show before about the One China policy and what that means, and how we have directly, indirectly supported Taiwan and Taiwanese independence this whole time. We just did this basically so China could save face back in the day, but they take it seriously. In a further statement, aside from the tweet, China's Minister of Foreign Affairs said that the arms sale runs counter to the international law and basic principles in international relations, which is, shenanigans again. They're really mad. They're really mad about us sending more armaments to Taiwan. I mean, granted, we didn't send anything big. It was like $718 million worth of stuff, but it was enough to make them mad. And what made it even worse, if you want to click over to the next article, Alara, this week, right? Uh-oh, I see it's glitching out.
See,
also this week.
All you gotta do is just handle me, fool. That's all you gotta do. Go for it.
That's all right. Also this week, Biden, which I kind of agree with this, gave a safe haven offer to Hong Kong residents that were already in the U.S. So he said that if you're from Hong Kong, but you're in the U.S., you can stay here for 18 months and basically have sanctuary, that you don't have to go back. Now, what happens after the 18 months? I don't know. I'm sure they'll probably extend it, but it's a good... it's a good first step. I'm still of the opinion that we should be trading, protesters and Democrats for the people that are fighting for freedom in Hong Kong, but that's me, right? But again, China was pissed. They said that this was slandering and smearing Hong Kong's national security law, which, they had agreed with the British when they agreed to the exchange in 97, that there would be certain freedoms that were preserved in Hong Kong, that it was kind of to be like almost an independent territory. And so when China passed this national security law after the protests, last summer, or the summer of 2019, they stomped on these freedoms that they had agreed to. They basically told them, sorry about that. They're elected, they had Hong Kong, they had elected officials. Now they've put in state party mouthpieces. At this point, I don't know what hope there is for the people that live in Hong Kong. However, if you are from Hong Kong and in the United States, Biden has now granted them sanctuary. He's kind of ratcheting up the pressure on China recently, which, personally, I think is a good thing. And in other news, right,
I know we're trying to get
If you
through
wanna-
this quick and make up for side. We're trying to get to nature break is what we're trying to do. Let's be real here. We're trying to get.
I thought you would have went to nature, but I didn't know if I was going to make it back in time. I was going to message you and tell you just
I'm
to jump on
excited for a
nature
nature
break.
break. We got some great nature breaks today.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
they
gonna
are
be
pretty
great.
funny.
U.S. military Iran attacked Mercer Street tanker with 3 suicide drones.
Yeah. So in other news, this is kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on with Iran. I mean, I do. Obviously, we know. We know what's going on over there. But recently, Iranian forces they launched 3 drones at an Israeli ship that was a commercial vessel, and it killed 2 people. It killed a British citizen and a Romanian citizen. 2 of the drones landed in the water and exploded. So they were able to collect some of the debris to determine where it came from. But the 3rd drone hit the ship, right? And oddly enough, at about the same time, there were like 6 ships in the Gulf of Oman that were like hijacked or stopped working or were hacked some kind of way. There's been a lot of craziness going on with vessels recently, and I think it's something worth keeping an eye on. But this, I mean, they killed 2 people this time, and Israel is big mad about this. U.S. Central Command said that they would have to answer for this. Now, as to what steps they're going to take, we still don't know. But it's definitely something worth watching.
Does this mean, I think this means
Nature break.
Whoops, I killed it early. Nothing, absolutely nothing is going as planned tonight. Absolutely
That's
nothing.
all right.
But you know
That's
what?
all right.
This is gonna go down in the history books. This episode. It's what is this? Number 46. Yeah, this is gonna go down in the history books, dude. We got 3 nature breaks tonight. We're gonna go big tonight. We're going big, guys. Yeah.
Isn't Biden the 46th president? I think it's the energy of the number 46. It's carried over and it's made our show, go full re.
Yeah, we went full retard, just like the
Absolutely.
the clone that's in office right now. And on that note,
absolutely.
Watch this duck.
You're not you when you're hungry.
He wants water.
And look, he's chill now,
He's cool.
right? He wants his Dunkin' ice water. He was tripping.
I wish I could just do that to people when I want something.
He's so cute.
And get my
Munchkin the
way
duck.
and have them like talk to me goofy and stuff while they do it.
Listen, this damn duck, she takes this duck to like amusement parks and she has him, she walks him on a little leash.
Do what you gotta do.
All right, he's the coolest little duck.
I would too if I had a duck. The cats they just steal food and leave. They don't even hang out with me. They're so mean.
Did you name them yet?
Taco and her sister. I don't know what her sister doesn't have a name yet. Sister's got to come around for like a minute before I'm gonna name her. So it's
right,
Taco and her sister. And on that note, watch this. You know it.
You're gonna
Boom. Is that cat really doing that?
Yes.
Can't she make stuff to happen that doesn't really happen in TikTok?
Man, listen.
What? Is he doing it? What?
Animals will mimic.
That's the meme that just keeps going and it never stops.
Man,
That
it will
meme.
never
I love
die.
that meme. It's great. There's just new levels of it every day. It's fantastic. What do we have here? Oh, this is gonna make
That
me,
is not fake.
This is
Fearless.
gonna make me get in my heart.
That cat was
chakra.
totally getting down.
This is gonna
Oh
make
yeah, I
me-
know, right?
This is gonna make me
See?
get all like teary-eyed.
You'll feel better.
Why do you do that to me?
You like that?
I love dolphins. He's like, what is this idiot doing? Oh! Yay!
Right.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Dude. Wake
How
up,
awesome is that?
dude. They're just like us.
This is so funny. This is so cool.
Dude, that's so cool.
Oh my.
They're just like us, guys. Wake up, planet Earth. The dolphins are just like us. We shouldn't put them in cages. See, you triggered me, Foil. You can't trigger me like that.
They're cute.
I know they're cute, but I get all triggered seeing the dolphin in a tank. It hurts my soul.
Like that penguin I saw. He was trying to get
that
out.
Scarred me for life when I saw that penguin. I was like, break him out, Foil. Break him out. Break the glass.
Like, what do you want me to do?
She's like, I'm not going to jail for this penguin. I was like, well, you shouldn't have showed me.
Right.
Oh,
He was kind of sad. He was trying to get out of there though, for sure.
What are we on? Science now? I've lost complete
Science.
control of the show, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be okay with it because. Science! Yes, Belushi, they're more smarter and they're more spiritually evolved. What? Because
The dolphins?
More smart. Yes. They're more spiritually evolved and they're smarter. Look at the way that they live versus the way that we live. We're idiots. Look at all they do
that
is,
I would agree.
All they do is swim around and
Right.
eat fish and screw each other. That's pretty much what they do. You know, and
Yeah,
play.
we definitely put ourselves in chains.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
look at our life. Let's go to work, pay the taxes.
Yeah.
Like they
Drones.
they have time to just seek the creator. That's what they do. They seek the creator. They seek the
I
creator.
heard they
all day.
might teleport too.
They
you
do.
know.
They do.
Tyler says they teleport.
They do teleport. The spinners in Hawaii do. Yeah, you'll be swimming with them and they'll just disappear. Just gone. Just out. They teleport. It's not hard to figure out how to do that kind of stuff when you're not suppressed and when you can seek the creator. When you can have time to seek the creator, you start getting abilities. It's just what happens. Abilities that seem crazy to us because we're a completely manipulated society. Thank you, Graham Sutherland. Fun for Alara's new computer and Alara's aircon. Aircon. Oh, an air conditioner.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Thanks, ladies.
Right.
You put a smile on my face every Monday. It's Monday afternoon in OZ. Where's that? Arizona? No, that's
No, he's
Australia?
He's in Australia.
Is that
yeah.
what? Is that the abbreviation for Australia? OZ? And he says thank
No,
you.
that would be-
Thank you, Graham, so much. Appreciate it.
Right. I don't know what OZ
yeah.
is, but
Fearless
AU
says
is Australia. I think.
interdimensional stuff. Absolutely. Wow, that was really nice of him.
Yes.
Belushi says, I used to surf with the dolphins every day. They love watching waves and all the source, man. You know what I saw one time, you guys, speaking of dolphins? I saw a dolphin with hieroglyphics on it. No lie. It had like hieroglyphics all over
Like
it.
tattoos?
And it was swimming in front of our boat. Tyler, you were there. Do you remember that? Were you there when the dolphin with the hieroglyphics? Weren't you on my boat when the dolphin with the hieroglyphics came and it was swimming in front of the boat? It was a bottleneck. It was a bottleneck dolphin. Did you see that? I'm wondering if you saw that. But anyways, Tyler can back me up on the hieroglyphic dolphin. He was there. He was there. Yeah, I've seen some stuff, guys.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Aussies. I gotcha.
Synthetic neurons. And AP says cookie for the toaster fund.
Thanks.
Foil just needs to go get the toaster at this point.
I do, at this point, need to just go get the toaster for
which
sure.
you probably should go and do, considering we nearly lost all control of the show today. Yeah.
I'm going, man. I'm
Okay,
gonna go to
that's good.
town.
That's good to hear. All right, science. Here we go. Woohoo! Wee. We're
yay.
okay. Actually, we're only at an hour. We're not too bad. And
Yeah.
Share Within came with can. Thank you, Share Within, for the cam for the cam. Thank you, Share Within, for the can. Sort of Micro. Tyler was on mushrooms. When was Tyler on mushrooms? Tyler wasn't on mushrooms. When we saw the dolphin with the hieroglyphics.
Dolphin with
No.
the hieroglyphs.
We were
right?
sober as a judge. The only thing we did that week was drink kava. Boy, that stuff's fun. You ever done that?
Nope.
Kava? You never been to a kava bar where you drink
Nope.
this root and you drink the root and it gets you all
Yeah,
like,
I'm familiar with
it
like
gets you all kind
kava
of
root.
it gets you all like, but it's not like a drug. It's just a root. But you drink it. That's a Hawaii thing, I guess. You drink it and you just get all like
Roots can do some things.
Oh, it's good. Kava. I love going to those kava bars in Hawaii. It's fun. All right. So, let's get to synthetic neurons now.
Yeah, this is actually kind of creepy.
Super creepy.
Yeah, so scientists now we've talked on this show about bioneural chips, how they've added we talked about how they were growing the microbrains. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about how they had taken actual neurons and integrated them into microchips. Well, now scientists have created key parts of a synthetic brain cells that literally will hold cellular memories for milliseconds. And they're thinking that at some point this will lead to computers that work a lot like the human brain. So these parts that they made were used to model an artificial brain cell. They used charged particles called ions to produce like an electrical signal in the same way that the information gets transferred between neurons in your brain. Basically, they try to replicate the brain's own biological machinery by using these ions. They try to force the ions through by mimicking what they call now I've completely lost my mind. Ion channels. So like if you've got negatively charged ions and positively charged ions at the and there's a barrier in between, if you increase the polarity of one of the sets, it creates this potential energy and the ions will flow across to the other side. So they've been able to mimic this with what they've created to use in computers, which is kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy.
Now, yes, extremely crazy. Yeah, I mean, kind of crazy.
What isn't crazy that we talk about today now in every show?
In this,
did you see the space? Did you put the space thing about the Space Force fight? Doing the firefighting now, the satellites controlling all that stuff.
Did I put that in there?
I sent it to you. I think you were supposed to put it in here, but I mean, you're supposed to.
I must have missed it. I don't think I put that in there.
I might have put it in the list.
Right. I might. I don't remember.
But anyways, we'll cover it next week. But yeah, that's wild too. But go ahead.
Well, what's crazy about this is when it says that they can hold memory. Now, what it does is for a few milliseconds, it will retain the memory of the previous state of the ions, and they know this because of the action potential and the return to the resting state, the timing and whatever, right? Which milliseconds is a long time for ions, right? It basically equates to cellular memory. Now, what's even stranger about this is that, and I know a lot of people were asking about this before the show. Where is it at? They actually had made a model where they forced a liquid between two sheets of graphene, okay, to mimic this experiment, right? And I'm not going to say a whole lot about it here. Like Alara said, we are going to talk about this more on Wednesday?
Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. You got to come over to Foxhole or Rockfin.
Yes, because they are using, now I know what everybody wants to hear about, but they are using graphene to do a variety of things.
Yep.
Including this. So because we're on YouTube right now, I'm going to leave it at that, but we will talk about it more on Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. So what's next? Let's see. Physicists have figured out how we could make antimatter out of light.
Yeah. I thought this might interest you.
Yeah, of course. You know me, my face lights up when we talk about matter and antimatter.
Well, they haven't done this in reality yet, right? They did a study where they ran some simulations and they figured out how we could create like an accelerating jet of antimatter from photons, from light, right? So they said a team of physicists has shown that high intensity lasers can be used to generate colliding gamma photons. Photons are like the most this is like the most energetic wavelength of light to produce electron-positron pairs. They think that it could help us understand maybe the environments of neutron stars. But they're going to try this out. And when they do, we will cover it here. But they have gotten the simulation to work where they were able to, like I said, produce these electron-positron pairs, creating a matter-antimatter pair of particles, right? It's called the Bright-Wheeler process. It's extremely difficult for them to achieve experimentally. They haven't been able to get it to work yet, but now they think they can. And if they can, I mean, obviously they're applying this to like astrophysics that maybe we can see what's going on inside of neutron stars. But obviously, if they can make antimatter from light, that's going to have other real world ramifications that'll be worth paying attention to.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. We eat microplastics daily, but their effort on our health was a mystery until now.
We do.
Wah, wah. You didn't know
Right.
that? What's up, Stacks?
Yeah.
Haven't seen you in a minute.
Hey, fam. Yeah. Obviously, microplastics are in like everything we eat. It's even in the air that we breathe, right? They estimate that we ingest enough microplastics a week to equal the weight of a credit card, which is crazy. They weren't real sure about the effects that these microplastics were having. But now they've found that what is actually happening is these microplastics are latching onto the outer membranes of our red blood cells, right? Which are protective envelopes, that the cells live in. Anyway, it latches onto the outer membrane of the red blood cells. It stretches them out so badly that it's literally affecting their ability to transport oxygen throughout the body, which is bad, right? Obviously, that's no good. And not only that, but they think that it probably works the same way with white blood cells. And what's weird about it is red and white blood cells are known for flexibility. They literally have to morph into different shapes as they're doing their job. But these microplastics are inhibiting that. So needless to say, not only that, but these things are covered in various chemicals. Obviously, the toxicity is no good, right? They're not immediately fatal as we are ingesting them all the time. But they can oxidize or stress cells through the biological processes that cells are trying to do every day. I mean, they could have carcinogenic effects. Like, we don't know. They're looking into that. But
yes, Karen
this
Caldwell.
is crazy.
We will be I just said yes, Karen Caldwell will be discussing that. Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But you got to go make a pill.net account.
Yes.
Or Rockfin account.
Go to Rockfin and
or
follow
both.
us or follow us. Yeah, or both.
Or both. And come watch on the Foxhole and Joel and everybody else that's awesome over there. All right, so
right, and yes, hormone disruptors, Greg. Exactly. BPA, phthalates, the flame retardants in plastics. I mean, these are endocrine disruptors. That literally affects the release of hormones in the body. So obviously, and some of them have even been associated with breast cancer, reproductive problems, asthma, diabetes, obesity, like the whole 9 yards. So there's definitely a lot to look into here.
Dude. All right, Google announces it might have created physics-breaking time crystals. For those of you who have been watching the show for a minute, we talk about time crystals all the time. I can't even remember now, like the last time we talked about them. I had this whole theory on the time crystals.
I think it was the first time they actually got it on camera. They got video of it. Was the last time we talked about it.
Here we go.
But yeah, of course it's Google, right? I'm so glad. Like I said, I'm so glad they're on top. Yeah, right. Like
quantum computers, time crystals, and
right. I'm terrified of Google. To be perfectly honest with you,
I am
these
too.
guys. But
there's gonna be Google robots running around shooting us soon.
Bruh.
They're already
robot
reading
rants.
our thoughts. Yeah.
They are.
They are legit reading our thoughts, guys.
They legit are. I did a whole video on that. They literally are. So in this case, so researchers with Google's quantum computing division, they published a study, right? It's preprint, so it's not out yet. But they're claiming that they've created physics-defying time crystals, right? This could be huge. So we've talked about time crystals, like Alara said on the show. These are things that are in flux and stable at the same time. Basically, they defy entropy, right? They don't collapse into chaos. Like all living things, all matter, eventually order gives way to chaos, right? It's called entropy. It's the thing. So with time crystals, they're both stable and constantly in flux. So they do not experience entropy. So Google claims essentially to have created an entropy resistant time crystal, which is crazy. Man, this hasn't been peer reviewed yet. So they could be on some shenanigans, but it's going to be exposed to scrutiny soon. They're planning on releasing the study, I think, this month. If Google's quantum computer experiment can be replicated, then they might actually be able to find some real world use for time crystals, right? I mean, the implications for a technology like this for computer memory alone are extraordinary, right? Much less processing itself. So, you know, I guess we're just gonna have to see if they're able to confirm this, right? Like I said, this is a preprint study, but if Google made time crystals, bruh,
Oh, Lord.
I don't know, right?
Bruh.
Messing with the quantum. Like, I don't know that I want Google controlling the quantum realm, man. Really.
I thought this was interesting.
Well,
So,
this is tech.
Oh, that's right. Boy, this whole
right?
Technology.
And they're just letting it ride, just letting the black screen ride for a good 10
Just let it
seconds.
go.
Just whatever,
let it
man.
go.
You know what I mean?
That's all right.
Why do we got to do
It's all
anything?
right.
Well,
right. We're
all right.
chilling. We're
Yeah.
chilling.
So
we're almost to the UFO part. That's your favorite part anyway. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna get there.
I'm just happy to
talk
get
about
through,
the aliens.
Get through this show. This was a complete dumpster fire, but I think that's great. You know, it's good to have a couple dumpster fires on record. You know what I mean? So
That's all right.
Yeah, I saw Hulkinator post this. That's how I found it, and this is interesting. I just think it's interesting the timing on why they're finally admitting this, because we know they've been doing this for a long time. So why are they finally admitting to this public? I've seen like 3 or 4 articles this week of things getting admitted to the public, and the timing on it was so strategic. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what I do. I look at like things and I try to connect dots. That's kind of my thing, you know. And I'm telling you, it's like it's all planned. There's just like a timing on it. Oh, we're gonna release this and this to the public right now. Boom, put it out. You know, and
I mean,
there's a reason.
We have speculated about looking glass and yellow cubes and whatever for however long, right? But the Pentagon may be messing with this now, but if somebody is under the impression that this will stay confined to military decisions, they're crazy.
Right.
Like, okay, so recently the US military's been testing an experimental AI network that claims to be able to identify likely future events, you know, days before they occur. And I'm sure that as this program grows stronger, the time of identification will also grow longer, right? They'll claim that they can predict what's happening, you know, weeks in advance and maybe a month in advance. This is how we're
going Minority Report.
Yes,
soon,
I was
dude.
just gonna.
Really
this is how
soon.
we get to pre-crime. Exactly. So they're running these tests on what they call the global information. They're the global information dominance experiments, right? Global information dominance experiments. They combine. What they do is they combine data from all kinds of sources, like satellites, intelligence reports, you know, radar. They're going to continue to feed this. They're going to start feeding it with all of these cameras. They'll probably start feeding it information from the cloud. They're going to start feeding it information from social media. I have no doubt.
Billy Q says looking glass disclosure. She's right.
Yes, exactly.
That's why.
Right?
But why are they disclosing that stuff right now? They're just. You got to understand, guys. We know about it. They know the Anons know. Okay. So, but why are they telling the public? Why are they telling the sleepers about it? I mean, I don't
know. Maybe somebody else got the tech.
Why are they telling the sleepers about it? They know that we know, but why are you telling the sleepers about this?
Like I said, this is not going to be confined to military decisions. They are going to continue to feed this thing information from the cloud, right? Period. Which means it will eventually have ramifications for anybody that has information on the cloud, which is everybody. Right?
Oh, dude, pre-crime. It's pre-crime.
That's what I'm saying. The idea now, they claim that they can predict. Yes.
That's why they're disclosing it right now. They're getting ready to start coming after us for what we think.
How long have I been telling you that we talk about freedom of speech, this, that, and the other, you know, freedom from unwarranted searches. What about privacy of thought? What about protecting our ability? I say this all the time.
We got to do something about this, Foil. Like, we got to get something in place.
Our thoughts.
We got to talk to legislators.
I'm with you.
We have to do something about this because
but
we have to have the privacy of our own thoughts, dude. We cannot be
exactly.
This is crazy. Like, and this is what the craziest thing about it to me. Like, this is the negative, like, technological version of this, but we're also becoming telepathic. human beings are. Our DNA is upgrading and we're changing, and we're going to become telepathic like the extraterrestrials are. So, but this is like the negative. This is the negative manipulation of that. But how does that work? Like, I don't know. I'm going into like a rabbit hole right now. But how does that work with like us being telepathic with each other? But then I don't, because we leave, I think. But this is the 3D
I don't know,
negative
because
matrix control grid of that.
Yes, here's the thing. This is going to apply, I guess, if you believe what you believe, if you believe people are getting upgraded, and maybe
I believe
the
the
same
people
that aren't going to be on the grid, then this would be
right. So I believe it's
for
the
people on the grid
that are ascending are getting upgraded and moving dimensions. And so it would be, yes, the people in the matrix will be stuck with this kind of BS. But we're still in the matrix right now, so we probably ought to take some proactive measures and do something about this. Because we still are living in the matrix. And I'm not trying to get charged for what I think. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think privacy of thought should be one of our constitutionally protected rights. And I've been arguing that for years now. Like, they're coming for your thoughts. Not a joke. How many times have we talked about freaking Spotify mind reading and Facebook developing mind reading tech? And like, I did that whole video I did about mental manipulation and the tech tyranny to come. Like, all of it, it's all there. They put all the information out there, you know. But right now they're saying this is limited to the decisions of nations. This is going to be limited to military decisions, that there are still humans involved in this process. But at some point that they continue to feed this AI information from the cloud and what is so and take humans out of the process of decision making, it's going to be a problem.
Circuit Dragon Slayer said, "Everyone put your foil helmets on."
Yes,
I've seen some great comments. I've tried so hard not to let the comments get me going again tonight too. Philly Q says, "We are all becoming telepathic, empathic. They may be tapping the Akashic."
I don't know.
I mean, that's happened to me. I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like that energy is happening with those around me. I feel like I'm not the only one, but I can tell you from experience that this happened to me to the extreme, and still does more and more every day. And I think I'm experiencing in the energy of the entities around me, which are service to others beings, that they are shifting too and changing. And it's pretty incredible.
Oh, listen,
to watch.
People are definitely waking up.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. But this shit right here is
shenanigans.
Is crazy.
Shenanigans.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on from these shenanigans.
Yeah.
So we can
from these shenanigans.
Yeah,
it's more crazy
whole
shenanigans.
Show, right? So when is it not shenanigans anymore? Anything ever? DeepMind's virtual playground suggests path to general AI.
Yes. So allegedly the AI that they admit to having right now is narrow band AI. This is AI that's focused on specific tasks, right? They feed it information, and we've talked several times about this. We've talked about the use of reinforcement learning to train these AI programs. Well, what they found was that they could, because with narrow band AI, they can solve problems that they're programmed to solve, but allegedly they're not real good at solving problems that they haven't been programmed to solve. They're not real good at improvising and finding unique solutions to problems. Well, now DeepMind has created this Mario Kart looking virtual playground for several different AI programs where they have to either work together or work against each other. They put them in this virtual playground, and they're using reinforcement learning to teach them improvisation tactics, ways to improvise. As a matter of fact,
they have dreams. You should tell them about the dreams.
Yeah, we did.
But they have dreams now too.
Yes.
TikTok says he dons his helmet anytime he comes to this channel. Well, you should. Everybody should put their tinfoil helmet on whenever you come to this show or this channel, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Scroll down a little bit. There's a little short video there, as a matter of fact.
Computer dreams. Ooh, we got a video?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Are you going to get me docked? I don't even care, really.
No, this should be open.
I'm so over them and their whole system. That's talking about you, YouTube.
Right. Now, I know this doesn't look super exciting, but these are different programs playing against each other.
Oh. All right.
You know, they have to figure out how to capture the flag. Obviously,
So these
there's
are
100
computers.
different.
These are computers playing each other at games and learning.
Yes. You know, and learning how to improvise within specified parameters, but also how to manipulate.
I have an important question.
The information that they're given. Yes.
Does one whoop the other one's ass all the time, or no?
Sometimes they will form alliances and work against another one until it comes down. You know, it depends on what game they're playing. There's hundreds of games here.
They're gonna form alliances and work against us.
You know. So it's kind of creepy. But in any case, they think that this may be the path to general AI, teaching a program how to think, you know, spontaneously, and how to adapt to the situation and improvise given its current set of circumstances, which is something that AI, like I said, they usually function on a specific task within given parameters. Now they think this may be the way to get them to expand on that, which is, I don't know. You know, I
fantastic.
Think all this stuff is creepy.
Great.
Right? I think it's
simply
all creepy.
Fantastic. We need an award button. A button that just like what's his name? Like Pixels has on his channel. He has that thing that drops confetti from the ceiling whenever somebody.
Right. Like yay.
We need like a noisemaker button that does that every time. You know. So Woke One says the son's real name is Daughter. So far we have what? Daughter, Sunny. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when you guess it.
Right.
Is that Philly Q? Are you snickering, or is that the name of the son? Snicker. There's no good reason to do this. What is there no good reason to do, bestie? Man, I was the bouncer over at his club the other night. I was getting all pissed off and triggered. It was pretty funny. You would have been laughing if you were there, fool. Yeah, somebody was trolling him, and I got mad. I'm very defensive over my friends.
Yeah, I had a banhammered somebody.
I got pissed, and then nothing would work. I couldn't get it to work, so I couldn't just throw the dude out. You know what I mean? So I just got all, I don't know, it just got all flustered.
It's good to defend your friends.
I just didn't like it. Don't be killing the vibe, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, get out. I didn't like that. All right. WhatsApp CEO calls out Apple over child safety tools announcement. Yeah, I don't know where that thought
did you
came
see
from.
this?
Who knows? With me, you never know.
Okay, so now Apple has gone beyond, right? They always talk about privacy, like they're real big on protecting user privacy. Well, now they've got a program that will literally scan every picture on your phone, whether you've shared it or not. Now they're looking for CP, okay? They're looking for pictures of abuse, right? Which, you know, I mean,
but you know they're not just using it for that, right?
This could be. Here's the thing, right.
It's not like they do anything about that stuff anyways.
Man, or what happens when somebody finds an exploit to the program and now they're looking for anything they want? Or what happens if somebody, you know, I mean, because it's not like we've talked about how they can plant that.
You guys
can plant that on people.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is gonna sound fully tinfoil hat. Ready? So get your helmets. This is gonna sound really, really tinfoil hat. And AF friend indeed just said the son's name is Raw. Everybody knows that. Damn. Well, the son didn't tell me its name was Raw, and I'm, you know, so. But yes, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, that would be the likely answer. Let's see. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So one time I was. You ready, guys? Get your tinfoil hats.
Okay.
So I was on Twitter and this account was interacting with me, right? And anyway, to make a long story short, it's very hard for me to articulately describe what happened, but I will tell you that this account got into my head and it had me thinking it had me thinking that everything I believed was the complete opposite of what I believed. And I started to go kind of crazy for like 24 hours. I started to think that everything I believed was real and benevolent really wasn't. And that it turned, the only way I have of saying it is it turned everything upside down on me. It distorted and twisted my belief system. And it knew how to get into my head and do that. And then I talked to some people and kind of prayed for a couple days, and then I was able to go back to normal. And I kind of say like it infected my brain computer, but that's what it did. And this happened on Twitter. So I'm telling you, what these people can do is psycho. And they do it. You know what I mean? And they can do it. Why do you think I'm so weird about technology, people? I've had experiences that have completely freaked me out. Where I'm like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with the robots. I'm out. You know what I mean? No Skynet for me. I'm out. And that's why. You guys can laugh at my little flip phone ringer all you want. But keeps my life real simple because I don't have infections going on in my brain from that device that everybody carries around. It carries around their slavery device. Just la 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 la
Right.
la la la. Like it's not doing God knows what to you. Okay?
I'm
Like,
guilty for sure.
Yes, Belushi just said
now.
it hacked your field, dude. Pray. Yes, it hacked my field. Hey, and I'm kind of, not to brag, but I'm a sniper in the kingdom of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's her name? You know what I mean? Like, for a computer to get in and hack my field, because I put protection up and I do pray and I'm very, so and it did. It hacked my field. Belushi's absolutely right. And it happened to me, and it took a lot of work to get it to come back to normal. So I'm telling
Well,
you,
I told you, I work with some of these AI bots, and they're nuts.
he's right and they are nuts, and it hacked. He's right though.
They're
He
nuts.
said, how does Belushi knows stuff like this? This is what's cool about him. Like he gets it. I'll say some things that I think are just so out there that nobody's gonna understand what I'm talking about, and he says it and verbalizes it in a more articulate way than I could have. That's why Belushi's my bestie. Because he gets me.
Your field got hacked.
He does. He gets me.
For sure.
Do you get the field? Don't let the phone hack your field. Don't let the phones hack your field, guys. Get a flip phone. Plus, you don't want them telling you what you're going to do or what you're going to think. I don't want anybody knowing what I think. That's terrible.
I know what you think sometimes.
I know what you think sometimes. I know what you think a lot of the time, actually. I don't always verbalize that I know what you think, and I know you don't verbalize that you know what I think, but you know what I think. You can read me. It's true.
It happens.
That's what happens when you hang out with somebody on the internet. Maybe you're really a bot though. Maybe you're not real. Maybe you're a deep fake. Maybe you're a deep fake sent to infiltrate me.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
and hack my field. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Maybe I am Skynet. We don't know.
Maybe you're a biological drone sent to spy on me and attack me.